Hi, my name's Frank Valentic and welcome to our Advantage Property Market Update. Well, the Melbourne market has continued to perform strongly with clearance rates averaging around 80% and some reserves being smashed by over $1 million. There was a property sold in Box Hill which a year ago sold for $950,000 and this property sold for $1,720,000, 81% increase, which is a phenomenal growth. Another property in Wheelers Street, Balwyn North, couldn't sell a year ago for $1.72 million, just sold for $1 million more at $2.72 million. So we're seeing some of these runaway results. Even in the last month, we've seen some great increases in the market. We missed out on a house in Ivanhoe East, which sold for about $350,000 more than comparable properties sold a month ago across the road. So some really strong results. Carolyn Springs, who would have ever thought a house there would sell for a record $1,590,000, which is what happened last week. So some really strong results. The Sydney market is also going gangbusters. They had a record sale of $40 million for a property that was non-waterfront, and it was sold to a Chinese buyer recently. So Melbourne and Sydney continue to perform very, very strongly. The banks are starting to try and put the brakes on investor lending and have increased the criteria required to get loans, so it is harder for investors to get loans. Some banks are only lending now 80%, including Bank West, and that might flow through as APRA tries to curb the investor lending, knowing that investors are now about 41% of the marketplace, up from about 20% at the down point in the market in September 2012. Hopefully this will help some first home buyers get into the market because they're down from 22% to about 12%. Negative gearing was basically kept there as a strategy by the government, so they haven't changed the negative gearing laws, and that's positive news for investors because when this happened in the late 80s and they removed negative gearing, it also caused a problem in the rental market where rents skyrocketed. So good news for investors, but also good news for tenants as well. Our group blocks purchases continue to get great results. One of our properties we bought in Type Street, Richmond in 2010 for $436,000, just sold for $870,000. One property that we bought in Haynes Street, Hyatt for $376,000 had a comparable property next door sell for $511,000 only 6 months after we settled. 6 months later, we purchased the property in Altona for $272,000. That property just sold for $480,000, so some great results there. Have a look at our current opportunities, which we have in some of my hotspot suburbs, including Reservoir, Sunshine and Werribee. 40% of our population growth is predicted to be in the west, so we're definitely trying to target the western suburbs as an area. Look at our opportunities there that are mainly positive cash flow properties or neutrally geared properties from day one. We've got some future opportunities on our website as well. It's been a busy time after the block auctions, and they've already started filming the next series. Unfortunately, the buyer's advocate jury won't be on the next series. They're going back to the original format, but the former hotel there on Commercial Road, South Yarra, the Seville Hotel, they've already started and have done a couple of rooms there. I was proud this week to be honoured and nominated as a finalist for the Real Estate Awards as Australian Buyers Agent of the Year again, so I'm proud and honoured to be selected again as a finalist. Thanks for listening to our Advantage Market Update. We'll see you next month.